Hey, what's up, man? We doing an interview with is it Sele?
Sele.
Sele. Sele, he's a designer. He does I say logos for YouTube, and he does banners for YouTube. And you work for this gaming company, right? You work for
Remember Glenn?
Remember Clan?
Sir.
Okay. I'm gonna get into the question. What made you want to be a designer or work for the Member Clan?
To be a designer, I used to have my own YouTube channel back in middle school.
Okay.
And the process of making videos, obviously you have to record the video, edit the video, and then make the thumbnail for it. And every time I would make a video, I always found myself enjoying making the thumbnail more. So eventually over time, I just started doing that more and more. Eventually it turned into what I have now.
Okay. Who do you think influenced you to start doing this type of work or even YouTube?
Started doing this line of work.
Hmm.
Not one particular person, more like just various artists on YouTube whenever I watch speed arts.
Okay. Um, is this your what's your future goal or what's your future job? Is it what are you trying to be specifically?
I definitely want to be a digital designer. So basically, what I do now, I definitely want to expand it so that I can provide to more people, be more professional, work with bigger brands, bigger clients. That's
Okay.
basically it.
Okay. Well, what is the Remember Clan?
It's essentially a gaming organization that is based in Florida. We have players all around the world. It's constantly growing. Right now, we're on a bit of a hiatus, but we're definitely going to come back with some more content for everyone.
Mm. Um, I'm gonna say this. Since you're part of a gaming group, I wanted to ask you, what's your thoughts on this, like the state of YouTube?
Like the gaming side, or just the platform in general?
Platform in general.
It's definitely lost a lot of its luster, especially when you go back to like the early 2010s. People saw YouTube as a place where you can go to find personalized creators. Like you can see the more humane side of content creation. But now it's starting to transfer more into really polished, really professional,
Corporate.
really corporate. Yeah. So it's starting to lose that individuality that I used to have.
Right.
And that's why I think platforms like TikTok are starting to shine more because it's starting to recapture that feeling.
Right. Right. Um, do you feel that the cause of this was like monetization of YouTube, or was that what led to like corporations coming into the YouTube platform?
I think it's a mixture of that and how YouTube pushes out its content. Obviously, yeah, people are gonna like act a certain way in order to attract more views and obviously make more money. But if you look at stuff like what happened in 2016 with the apocalypse, you had people being taken down for various unknown reasons, swearing. So people have to cover up that part of themselves, record more, become more child friendly, even though they already have YouTube Kids. Um, Honestly, now you have YouTube openly admitting that they want you to post more and longer content in order to keep up with platforms like Netflix. So all those things combined, it doesn't promote an individual creator anymore because obviously one person can't output all that by themselves. It becomes exhausting after a long time. So you're definitely gonna need something like you see all these night show hosts nowadays. They're able to be at the top of YouTube now because they have the production team in order to supplement that algorithm. So I'll say it's more of a combination of yes, the monetization and how YouTube likes to push its content.
Okay. Do you feel like since all the corporations is going to YouTube and everything, it's gonna eventually become like TV, where it's just all of just high production videos and all that. Because I did watch a video with Leafy is here saying if you really want a high production, high quality content, you need to watch TV instead of just relying on YouTubers to give you that type of level of quality, even though they're not these big corporations and now in the YouTube community.
Um, well, at least you said, I do agree with him that you do want to go to TV because that's where all those corporations will congregate, right? But the thing that people need to know is that YouTubers can still output that same quality. And I was like, nowadays you can say some YouTubers have as much influence as some of these bigger corporations do. But I think the problem lies in that it's the consistency in which you have to do it in. Because eventually the creator they're just not able to compete with that. Some of these nicer hosts can put up 3, 4 videos a day, but most YouTubers, unless they like completely throw any kind of work-life balance away, they're not going to keep up with that. And the other thing about that is corporations are obviously tailored to be on TV, and TV has its own set of rules. So it's an easy transfer over to YouTube, where YouTube wants to appeal to as many advertisers as possible so they can still make money. So honestly, stuff like high-level swearing, profanity, anything that generally wouldn't be okay for kids, they're already used to that. So most YouTubers, they don't censor themselves like that, so they're not going to be as advertiser friendly.
Right, right. And do you feel like all this being said, you think this is a contribution of TV losing its viewers and slowly dying out in terms of cable and everything else?
Yeah, I could. You can say that because obviously YouTube has a lot more eyes than TV now. I think it has like what 1 billion users a month, probably more than that. It has a lot more attention than TV does nowadays, and it's a lot more easier to access. Everyone nowadays has a smartphone, and basically every smartphone comes with YouTube pre-installed. Not everyone has a TV though, so for most people, yeah, it would be the logical move to transfer over to YouTube.
Right, right. Um, do you feel like the gaming genre has become oversaturated?
To an extent, although not really, because honestly, everything in the world you can say basically has been done already, at least in terms of content creation. Uh, Honestly, there's gonna be some outliers that do produce some really original content. Like, I could see a few nowadays. Like back in 2016, you would say, "I'm gonna start a Minecraft channel." Well, obviously, everyone's done basically what you can do. Anything on servers, single player let's plays, mods. It's all been done before. But I was just watching the earlier today. His name's called Dream. He has 9 million subs, and he uploads some really original content. Not to mention, he's really good at the game. I'm pretty sure he has the best speedrun record in the world. So it's not oversaturated per se, but I don't think people try to be original anymore. They don't try to come with their own creative ideas or their take on certain subjects. They just like to copy and paste. Like something worked well for this big YouTuber, I'm gonna try and do the same. Honestly, like a lot that watch you, bigger YouTubers already here. People who lost a lot of their individuality.
Okay. Um, uh, have you? What do you think about? Do you think being a designer is harder to build up a fan base?
Not really, kind of just depends on who you target. There's really big designers right now. There's this guy named Sele. He's probably one of the biggest esports designers in the world right now. Like almost 200K followers on YouTube. He works with 100 Thieves. I don't think it makes it any harder. It's just how do you position yourself?
Okay. Um. So, do you think you ever transition back to YouTube?
Yes, actually, I was actually planning to do that. So I got this new laptop, so it's definitely something I want to do within the next month. Still coming up with content ideas and writing scripts, but yeah, I'm definitely interested to get back into it.
So if you had to do YouTube, what type of content would you be making? Like skits or something?
Uh, Obviously, I'm a designer, so it'll be designer centric, but it won't be designer exclusive. If that
Oh,
makes sense.
okay, okay. Um, do you feel that uh you now being like helping with logos and banners, do you feel like this is a consistent business idea by just doing like logos and banners for everybody?
In all honesty, no. I know a lot of people that say they would make a living off designing, and all they do is fake banners for headers. Logos, yes, because people are starting new businesses every day, so obviously you need branding. Uh, People do it nowadays already. People make a ton of money off making logos. But as a sustainable business model to bring consistent revenue, no. Especially not headers, because the problem with headers is who generally buys them. The perceived value of a header generally doesn't exceed like $40, depending on who you ask. Sometimes, if you go on Twitter, maybe you can find some for more, but that's not something that's going to take you a long way. Because honestly, once someone has a header or logo, why would they come back for you for another one? Like they already have it. They're probably going to keep it for a few months. So I think a better business model is to diversify what you do. Obviously, you can do headers and logos like if someone needs one, but do something else that people need on a more consistent basis, such as advertising. If someone has a product, they're going to need designs to advertise it, and that's going to be consistent. Like people aren't going to ever just say, "I don't need advertising anymore." If you don't have advertising, you're not going to make money.
Okay. So you think if a corporation came up to you and said, "We need you to design this and that," but they'll pay you as you design, like they'll pay you here and there to design it. Like they won't pay you the full price until you basically it would be the equivalent of a 360 deal. You give us all your you sign your marketing and everything to us, but we'll give you the money later on. Would you do something like that
If I have a contract.
if you have a contract?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um my thing is, when you design, right?
Mm-hmm.
You think you will patent it so that if the companies do want to take part in it, that at the end, if they you go to a different direction, they don't take all your designs and say that's ours now, since we basically own it.
So what was the question?
So basically, would you patent your designs so that the companies wouldn't come and just say it's our designs now?
Um, that's definitely something I would outline in the contract. Like, honestly, that's just theirs to make money off of. I don't really have much to say in that. I'm just one making it. Honestly, I do want rights to it, so if I want to put it on my portfolio, so I can represent my skills, I can still do that.
Mm. About your gaming group, the Remember group, right?
Sir,
Uh, so you say do you guys just like sign people, or do you just recruit like any other like gaming clan or?
right now, we just recruit people, but as we are going into a hiatus right now, um, I and the other leads of the team, we're all going to outline a new system to do that. It's a complete new game plan for the team. can't fully answer that question right now, but I can say yes for the past. It's just for the group thing.
Okay. Also, I wanted to ask what it goes into the process of you making these logos and banners.
It's a different process either or. For logos, obviously you have to get to know the client a bit, how they view themselves, what they do, what the logo is being used for, colors, text, whatever I need to know about it. Some keywords maybe. I have my sketchbook over there, so after I get all the information, I try to sketch up logos that best represent the information that they gave me. After that, I pick the ones I like the most after like 5 to 8 sketches. I pick 1 or 2 I like the most. I go to Illustrator, and that's where I digitize it. After that, I send 1 or more to the client. They tell me what they like about it, what they don't like about it, and make the changes. That's basically it for logos. As for headers and banners, it's generally the same idea, but I don't sketch. So they give some information about themselves, color schemes, whatever text or socials that they want included. I go into Photoshop and I try to make something that best represents the information that they gave me, or whatever preferences that they have. And after that, I take it and send it to them, either with a picture on my phone, so they obviously can't steal it, or if they or if they already paid me, which is how things usually go, with the paying 50%, I could take a part of it, or just a full screenshot, whatever, and send it to them on Instagram, whatever platform we're using. They can view it on there.
Actually, you know what? That's a good question. Has anybody tried to actually do that before? They actually try to steal like a design before when you first started off, or that's never?
Yes, that has.
That has happened.
It has, because the funny thing is, this has actually been a recurring client. So at first, like, you paid me at first. I thought it was chill, right? You paid me first. I did design for and sent it off. Left a great review. He came back the second time, and I'm like, I think he said he doesn't have the money for it right now, but he gets paid like later on that night. And I'm like, it's all good. Like, I was too naive at the time. Like, I thought I trusted him, so I made a design and I sent it off to him. And after that, he blocked me. So didn't get my money back. I learned my lesson.
Yo, that's wild. I ain't gonna lie, that's wild.
I got robbed.
Yeah, that's wild, bro. And that's the second. That's crazy. Nah, that's wild. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. See, that's why you gotta always ask for up front.
Yeah, you always have to. If not, at least like 50%. They have to make a down payment at least.
Right. Cause you never know.
I mean, obviously, remember Clinton is one of my clients. I do have other clients that I've done a lot more projects with.
Right.
For example, there's this one project I'm working on since like July. And the guy didn't pay me it yet until, last month? I had already done like most of the work on it, or a lot of it. And he paid me 50% of it for like a month of work.
Okay.
So honestly, there's cases like that where the client isn't a scumbag and they are willing to pay you. Those are the legit clients that any creative would want. The ones that you can actually trust like that. Now, those are hard to come by, but once you have them, you know you have them.
Right. I think that's about it. I just want to say thank you for being in the interview.
Happy to be here.
Hey, I'll put your I'm gonna put Sele, is it Sele? Sele. I put Sele's Instagram in the description if you want to go buy some logos, banners, what else you I guess some Instagram logos. You do those too?
Yes, sir.
He does all of those. So if you need something, pay him $15. Get it fixed up. He'll send it to you through a couple days, whatever time it takes. Legit dude. Go follow him on Instagram. If you got a Twitter, I'll put the Twitter down there. I don't know if you got a Twitter.
It's the exact same thing.
Exact same thing. Please like to subscribe, and hopefully by tomorrow this video will be uploaded by 2. I got 2 interviews uploaded tomorrow. Peace. Like and subscribe, and peace.